Oh, why, hello there. Hello, everybody. Didn't here. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's time for a midnight run, shall we? Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody joining in. Hold on a second. It's been a while. Let's go ahead and get a couple things here ready. How is everybody? Beautiful. Miles Morales. You know the drill. 3 p.m. here in Singapore. Thank you for joining. Boy, what a busy 7 days it's been. Hello, 𝗏𝗚𝗨𝗥𝗘. Where are you streaming from? I don't know. Enlighten us. Hello from Arizona. No Fear 238. Greetings. Who else? Portland. Yoda. It's always nice. The little Pacific folks joining in. What is this? Oh boy, everybody's so emotional. Look at this. I need to be on a timeline where the Heath Ledger is still alive. Everybody joining in. Look at this. It's been crazy. It's been hectic, hasn't it? Look at this. 8 a.m. In Belgium. Thank you for joining. Alex B, good morning in United Kingdom. Thank you. Hello, Gilberto. I think you've joined us before, haven't you? I think you've been on a midnight run, haven't you? What's up, Ryan? What's up? Checking in from Sydney, 6 p.m. here. Oh, cool. My midnight run is your evening run. Very nice. Very nice. Boy, it's been wacky, hasn't it? What do we have here? Jürgen Luden, 8:02 a.m., right? Kind of, sort of, in Sweden. Very nice. Kuwait. Look at that. XOXO from Kuwait. Primox 171. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time. Malaysia, 3 p.m. Very nice. It's been a while. Yes, it's been a while for a midnight run. Yes. But I needed to jump in here and share my thoughts on you know what, the Dark Knight Joker that just went into pre-order status all around the world from Queen Studios, subsidy company, their subsection company from Inart, so it's been keeping an eye on it. I've been in the shadows. I've been listening. Oh, look at this. What do we have here? Oh, a super chat already. Jake, what are you throwing off here? You're trying to derail me already? What's going on? Slightly off topic, but in a different stream. A Queen's rep mentioned they will be doing a DeLorean with competitive pricing. You're just getting right down to the nitty gritty because you know how sensitive I am when it comes to Back to the Future, when it comes to the DeLorean. Look, let's just say I've heard this song before. I've heard another company sing the song of a 1/6 scale DeLorean, and we were saved by the good graces of Hot Toys when they announced their Mark II hover converted DeLorean. There's more to this. I want to go a little bit deeper. Let's give it one more minute. Let me check in. And I have some thoughts about this, Mr. Jake Skywalker. Here we go. Yo from Be More, 3 a.m. here. Hello, everybody. Fake Canadian State, Minnesota. Hello. I have high hopes for the Inart's Paul Atreides. There's so much. Look, there's so much to talk about, right? So I work from home, and I get to listen to a lot of these streams. I get to listen to everybody's opinions and thoughts, and I am quite aware that there is a Queen's studio rep that's been making the rounds, right? He's been making the rounds. Lovely fellow. Comes off as a very engaging, welcoming individual, and he's been making the rounds, and he's been making his time very accessible to the community, which is it's a big plus. It's a little bit different. I don't think most of us are used to that, having somebody from the 1/6 scale world or the manufacturing world come in and engage us one-on-one. They essentially have an ambassador that represents, because it's a Chinese company, so they have an English speaker kind of doing the translating, kind of handling the PR for the company, right? Genius, complete genius on that, very much so. Oh, Andre, morning from United Kingdom. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So this is called the Devil's Advocate edition midnight stream. Also, this is going to be a little bit difficult for me though, because I'm going to be sharing my positives and negatives, and I will be promoting a an affiliated link with Spec Fiction Shop. So the link is in the description of the video, and there's like a coupon code. So if you mention my name, you can earn $10 off. So look, I'm going to push you on this midnight run to go ahead and pre-order the Dark Knight Joker from Inart. And I'm going to push you very hard to get it through Spec Fiction Shop using my affiliated link so that I can earn points, so that I can get my dream statue piece. I want a Queen's Studio Mark VII battle damage bust. That Spec Fiction Shop has it on their store, and I'm drooling and I'm foaming at this, right? I want it. I want a bust. I want that Queen's Studio bust. So I will be, full disclosure, I'll be pushing them. Sure, why not? I want my points. This is a very hectic, this is a aggressive year for collectors. There's just so much stuff to collect. And in the last 7 days, we've just been thrown this curveball of Queen Studios' new sub company Inart, where they've launched as of just a few hours ago their 1/6 scale Joker. We're talking about this. Anybody that's joining in and like, what's Stenoubi 2 talking about? I'm talking about this guy right here. This right here. This is what I'm talking about. And here we go. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Link is in the description right there. All right. So what do we have here? Does a spec ship to New Zealand? I don't know, Nikolai. I don't know if they ship it. That was something. Oh, you know what? I want to say they do though, because they have an international shipping chart guide, which I'll be visiting their site a little bit earlier there. I have to because this is such a difficult piece. So you have to understand, and I'm going to try not to get too a little bit negative. So I've been listening to the community. I listen to a lot of popular streamers, and I tend to be a little bit skeptical, right? I'm just going to post this photo up here. I tend to be a little bit skeptical because I am listening to the community's thoughts and prayers on this particular item, which is a prototype piece, and majority of the panelists on the live streams have never seen a Queen's Studio statue in person. Majority of them have not. They know of Queen's Studio by reputation, by social media, by photos, by videos, by unboxings, by word of mouth reputation. So when I listen to live streams for like the last 7 days and everybody sharing their thoughts and opinions and prayers and so forth, I like to study the panel, the guest on the panel list. I like to know, okay, cool, you're talking highly of Queen's Studio. And the way my gears in my head work is like, well, have you ever seen a Queen's Studio piece in person? Much less do you own one. And that was something that I tend to look. I look outside. I recognize the excitement when people talk of this company. I recognize the joy of something new and shiny. There's no one in the collector 1/6 scale community that loves shiny toys more than me. I really, really do. I've seen the Queen Studio pieces in trade shows. In fact, not there's a few of us that have traveled to trade shows. You know, New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, and I there's been shows and pieces. Now, I cannot say, me personally, I don't think Queen's Studio has ever been or shown at San Diego Comic Con. I don't think I've ever seen them there. I don't think they've ever done trade shows in the US, right? So the only opinions that we have to go off are collectors in the community that have visited the Queen Studio trade show booths, and they've done shows in Asia. They're really big in Asia and China and so forth, and they've done these trade shows out there. So I tend to listen to their opinions a little bit more critique and so forth, versus individuals here in the U.S. who have never seen an actual Queen Studio statue in person, much less own one. We just know them by social media influence. You know, if any of you in the community know of, there's a YouTuber, good friend of mine, Andre. He lives on the other side of the world. Oh, he's going to kill me. I want to say he lives in Switzerland. Please, Andre, I hope you live in Switzerland. I always get that wrong. Sweden or Switzerland. He scolded me for that. But he owns a Queen Studio piece, and he's actually did a really cool unboxing experience on the Queen Studio Iron Man Mark 50, which was delayed considerably. And he talks about it, and he talks about the imperfections and so forth. I would have loved to have seen someone like him on a panel, someone that actually owns a piece. But it's difficult, though, because there's not a lot of people in the community that own a Queen Studio statue piece. I wasn't even positive and sure that my bud PJ. I wasn't even sure of that PJ. I had to message him. I go, "Do you own a Queen Studio piece?" And he kind of, in our text conversation, he kind of scoffed at me. It's like, you know, it kind of, in my head, I imagined PJ kind of clutching his pearls, like, "How dare you, Denobi? Of course I own a Queen's Studio statue piece, you know, and I can talk about it and so forth." And I go, "Well, I wasn't sure." I go, "Why wouldn't you have had that in the background? Why wouldn't you have had that up center stage? You know, so that when you're attracting new viewers, that your opinion carries the weight of representation within that specific studio." Hey, geeking out. Hello, Nate. Hello, Nate. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Am I late? No, we're just getting on to it. I'm kind of explaining myself. I'm kind of building the exposition here before I go in a little bit deeper here. This figure looks fantastic. The figure does look fantastic. It just does. It really does. If it was 2018, I'd buy without hesitation. If it was 2018, I would buy this without hesitation. In 2022, I can only pull the trigger on my absolute favorite pieces from the film I love. Infinite Space, Very Tough Passes will be 2022. So Paradox Nerd had the Queen Studio rep on his live stream. I got most of it. Again, he comes off like as a pleasant gentleman. And then he was on Will Fox Vacation's channel. I like Will. If you guys don't subscribe to Will Fox Vacation, you really should. Really cool, engaging panel there. But the way my mind operates, right, is that I tend to be a little bit skeptical. I've kind of been around the block, right? And again, I do look. This is so difficult. This is the worst midnight stream. I'm conflicted. I am seriously conflicted because on one end, I want to promote Spec Fiction Shop, and I want you guys to use my link, and I want you guys to pre-order this figure here, this 1/6 scale figure deluxe. It's being retailed throughout stores, and Was it yesterday or today? I'm losing track of time. Todd, the owner from Spec Fiction Shop, really smart lad. He was on PJ's channel, I want to say today, talking about it. I'll have to invite him on my channel if he happens to catch this stream. Really cool dude, very smart, like him. And he was talking about this and the pre-orders and so forth. So I debated about doing this midnight run because I will not be pre-ordering this 1/6 scale Joker. There's way too many variables. There's too many uncertainties that make me feel uncomfortable about the whole situation. And this is why I'm like, well, I have to call this a Devil's Advocate edition because I think this figure looks phenomenal, right? I mean, it looks like a work of art. It just does. It just does. It just looks phenomenal. It just does. When something looks too good to be true, sometimes it is. Where we've been put into a situation where a company that has never made 1/6 scale figures is showing us what we want to see. We have a PR representative from the company telling us exactly what we want to hear. We have a PR representative who's making the rounds, and he's telling the community exactly what they want to hear. The DeLorean, that just came out of nowhere. And the previous streams that this gentleman was on, it had never, I'm assuming it was an instigated question. Now they're going to make the DeLorean. Again, this is just my opinion. I've been watching from the sidelines. I think Queen's Studio is going to make a fantastic product. I really do. I honestly, I think the Queen Studio, the Inart, I think they're going to make a great figure. I really, in my heart, I really do believe that. The problem is that there's too many uncertainties right here, where a delivery date that seems to be flip-flopping. Because remember, I've been listening to all these streams. I've been in the shadows. I live in the shadows. I listen. I take notes. I love taking notes. I really, really do. Is it I think on PJ's stream last week, he did say they were going to make a highly loved vehicle, and today they revealed it was the DeLorean. I do recall his presence on PJ's stream because I watched it, and they did talk about in great detail how they would like to explore other 1/6 scale vehicles, but the main focus was the Batmobile from Robert Pattinson. That was what I gathered from that specific stream. But if you, Ryan, are implying that you're pulling things to fit your narrative, because I don't recall that. I pretty much have seen every appearance this gentleman has been on. There's been some things that are a little bit off, but hey, you know what? This is an ever-changing community. I'll play devil's advocate. So as things are moving gears forward, things could have changed, right? As to how the pre-order, how's pricing, how what other great and new exciting things. Because what I was able to gather from the streams plural, gathered to is that when someone would ask him a question, he would always have the answer. And not only would he have the answer, he would have the answer that they would want to hear. Now, could all be accurate. It could all be genuine. I mean, it could all be my head. It could just be in my head that the Queen's studio rep sounds like a politician. He sounds like a very, very good politician. So, again, that's just me, right? You see now where the devil's advocate, where the conflicting, because I want you individuals out there to click on my link. I want you guys to support Todd over at Spec Fiction Shop. For you U.S. collectors on the 1/6 scale community who want to support and get the Joker, and so that I can earn my points, my affiliated points, so that I can get my Queen's Studio Iron Man Mark VII bust, which looks beautiful. I have complete confidence in their statue making ability. I won't question that. I've seen enough videos, spoken to individuals. They have a great, solid reputation in statue making. It's the 1/6 scale part when a company decides to jump tracks and do something different. You end up with something like this. When a company that's used to making something and they want to try something bold and daring and different, you get this in the first batch. This is what you get in the first batch. Again, when a company jumps tracks, right? Typically, the first pieces of the line, there's a few hiccups. Now, that's just an example. I'm not saying that will happen to them because there's one thing I was able to pick up is that they do take the time to make things right. They are not going to release an unfinished product. So that I was able to kind of pick up looking at their history with their statues, using the video unboxings of the statues to final production, to final releases, to what was said in these streams by the Queen Studio rep, right? Is that they're going to get it right. I genuinely believe that. I believe that they're going to get this Joker figure right. So if they're going to take their time and they're going to make this Joker figure, because I know they're going to, I kind of feel confident like they're going to get this right. It's the delivery date, right? Everybody in the world is suffering through production issues, production delays, supply chain issues, labor shortages, everybody. Is there a good chance that this figure will not be released this year? If I had to bet, I live in Vegas. I love to gamble on occasion. I would most likely assume that this figure would probably take not only more than a year, maybe a year and a half. If they're being swamped by pre-orders right now, is what the consensus is. So it's probably going to take a little bit longer to ship. Now, well, 𝗏𝗏, why are you so paranoid about that? You know, 𝗏𝗏, what do you? It's not that. There's more to it. This is an expensive figure. Something that I found really odd in the streams I heard throughout the last 7 days is that the price was touched on and it really wasn't stressed upon. It seemed like, well, I love the Dark Knight Joker so much that I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it. I've heard this before, right? We've heard this before where you're caught up in the hype with something and you want in on it, right? It's a timed delivery. This is a timed delivery. I think the Rooted here, it's a 3-day pre-order window. And most retailers are going to be collecting either a minimum of 10% or maybe even more, depending on where you pre-order. A non-refundable deposit, which is about $100. So it's easy. I guess it's easier to deposit this. And I don't want anybody to bury themselves with this. I really don't. I really, look, it's a 3-day window. They've made it very clear that they're going to keep this open to the public for 3 days. I would exercise caution, at least wait till the 3rd day and make sure that your finances are in place before pre-ordering something like this. There's multiple different price points on this. It's $1,000, uh, 600 and 350. I want to say at Spec Fiction, it is 360 for the standard. I should probably go to their website, and 650 or 700, and it's like $1,100 for the deluxe. That's a lot of money for a 1/6 scale figure for the Joker. It just is. I want you guys to just take your time, right, and use my affiliated link. You see where the conflict comes in, so that I can get my statue. But understand, though, I will not be pre-ordering this because I don't trust. I don't trust that they're going to be the only players in the market when it comes to the Dark Knight Joker, right? Because there's something out there that's looming in the shadows too. If you look carefully in the shadows, there's something out there.
There. That distortion, see it?
Yes, sir. It's getting larger as we close in.
Fiery rage, sir.
𝗙𝗚𝗞𝗘𝗥 𝗚𝗡𝗏𝗡 𝗛𝗡𝗏.
Opinion, Mr. Silver.
I think it's an energy surge.
Enough energy to hide a ship, would you say?
A cloaking device.
Red alert, Mr. Scott.
A violent telecom. 𝗙𝗚𝗞𝗘𝗥.
Klingon bird of bracer. She's arming torpedoes.
Fire, Mr. Scott.
I had fun making that. That was fun. That was my meme. In my head, I kept thinking, oh my God, everybody's ignoring Hot Toys. They're in the shadows. They're in the shadows and they're creeping. And they're watching the lemons jump off the cliff with this. And again, I completely understand. I have complete faith that Queen's Studio will deliver a fantastic product. I genuinely believe that. But Hot Toys is still king in this market. They just are. And I could just imagine in my head that they're cooking up something devious and to the point that they may even take a loss just to set an example. Oh, but Denobi, Hot Toys would never do that. Hot Toys would never announce a pre-order to set an example to its competition. Hot Toys would never do that, right? History has shown. Just look at Hot Toys' history. What happens? Who came out first? Who came out first with a 1/1 scale Grogu? It was Sideshow. Remember that? Sideshow made a 1/1 scale Grogu, which was a statue, right? It was a statue. And then Hot Toys came in and said, you know what? Hold my beer. And they made their 1/1 scale Grogu, their version, even though they had a minor hiccup with the whole chin gate situation, which mine has never suffered. They released a 1/1 scale Grogu to the point that that specific piece has now been disrupted in the market. You can go on eBay right now. You can look at closed auctions and you can see collectors taking a loss, selling their 1/1 scale Grogu just to generate cash below retail. I saw one the other day for $295 and $280 free shipping. The point is that when you have two existing products from two separate companies, very similar, the market becomes saturated to the point that the value then becomes stagnant, and now there's an overabundance of it. And then you have collectors where they've been thrown a wrench into life, car broke down or something or whatever, and something broke down and they have to sell it. Doesn't matter. They have to sell it without a profit. They'll take a loss on it. Another perfect example of Hot Toys doing was the Cable from Deadpool. Remember Cable? Remember you guys were all jumping for joy on that little pirated third-party figure Cable from Poo Toys. Remember that? What did Hot Toys do? They came in and they announced a licensed, better version of Cable, which hasn't even been released, but the damage has already been done. The market has already been disrupted, and the Poo Toys version is now caca, because now there's a better licensed version that technically hasn't even been released yet. Another perfect example, Luke, Return of the Jedi. Sideshow and Hot Toys feuding like separated parents. They both need each other, but they can't stand each other, can they? Sideshow makes a shitty version of Luke, and Hot Toys comes in and not only makes a better version of Luke, they do it twice. They do it better. Now, the Hot Toys Luke version still commands a good bit of money. But if you're a collector on a strict budget, that Sideshow's version will fit the bill. It happens all the time. So the Joker, the Dark Knight Joker, he's had multiple versions released by Hot Toys already. And you can go on eBay now and you can see that people are now trying to liquidate them. We've had examples of the Dark Knight resurgence with Hot Toys. They are doing a 2.0 Catwoman. They're doing another 3. I don't even know what version of the Christian Bale Batman this is, but there's one version of that. And then there's the quarter scale that's getting reissued and so forth. They even did a 2.0 Two-Face. Wouldn't logic dictate that there's a 3.0 Joker looming in the shadows? But Denobi, where is it? Yeah, it's no big secret. Hot Toys is falling behind with their announcements, with their shipping delays. One of the biggest leaders of the 1/6 scale market suffering through the whole same situation everybody is. What do we got here? Oh, Mafia. What are you doing up? Shouldn't you be in bed? Thank you, sir. You know that clip deserves my money. Hot Toys will drop a 3.0. I still order the Queen Studio though, but hey, it is what it is. How do people how we don't like people pissing in studios? He means Howard Chan, the owner founder of Hot Toys. Hot Toys has a history of making an example of its competition. Remember remember when Jazz Inc., when Yost went when he went crying on his stream, where he was bitching about like it was no coincidence that Hot Toys made a DeLorean and he was in the works of making a DeLorean. Yeah, remember that? And he then went on a campaign tour talking about he was the only one that's making the Batmobile. Then a few days later, Queen Studio announces, hey, we're too making a 1/6 scale Batmobile. And then we have a couple photos of Hot Toys teasing, oh, you guys want a 1/6 scale Batmobile, huh? Hold my beer. But yet, he says, well, then Yost goes on one of his streams and he talks about, his rep at WB says that Hot Toys hasn't submitted an approval. How hard would it be for Howard Chan to pick up the phone or send an email? And he goes, I could just imagine Howard Chan calling Warner Brothers and just, he's like, hello, Warner Brothers. We would like to make a 1/6 scale Batmobile. And Warner Brothers is just like counting the bills. Yeah, Howard, anything you want. Done. All in one day without submitting a. Do you think he would need to submit a prototype? It's Howard Chan. He's been invited to Marvel sets during film production. He's shown the photos. He's had celebrities hold the 1/6 scale figures in his hands. It would not be that difficult if you wanted to it. I am 100% confident that we're going to get a 1/6 scale Batmobile from Hot Toys. I welcome a competitor to the arena. I've heard the tale. Oh, this company will teach Hot Toys a lesson. I've heard that before. I've heard it. Everybody claims that a new company coming out of the woodworks is gonna be this will teach Hot Toys a lesson. We'll teach them. We will teach them a lesson. They don't realize though. I've heard this before.
I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago.
I love that meme. I do. I really honestly do love that meme. I don't think Hot Toys has anything to worry about. I do welcome Queen Studios making a 1/6 scale Joker. I think it's cool. But I feel very confident that Hot Toys will make a Dark Knight Joker. It's what they're good at. It's the DX Joker, the 2-figure pack, was the introduction to a lot of Hot Toy collectors in 2011. I missed that by 1 year. I started collecting in 2012. That DX Joker was an experience. Do you folks out there doubt that if Hot Toys wanted to deliver an experience DX Joker, do you think that they couldn't do it? Do you think that not only could they deliver a Dark Knight Joker 3.0, I want to say, but it'll be priced very well. So what would happen? What would happen if they did that? You can just run the simulations. Am I missing any comments here? We got Joker. I'm catching up on the stream. What do we got here? Comments. Let's catch up on the stream. Catching up on the stream a little bit. Correct if I'm wrong, but you're not sure about this Joker piece. But if you want us to push you, so you can get a different piece. Yeah, Ghost Busted. Yeah, kind of like that. I'm playing. This is the Devil's Advocate edition. I want to provide what I want to do tonight is provide a different opinion of the whole situation. Right? But if you're going to pre-order this damn thing, use my affiliated link so that I can earn some points. You see where the conflict is? I'm torn from both sides here. That's a lot of dough. What do we got here? Hot Toys 3.0. Do you think Hot Toys will punish us for buying a 1,000 2-pack Rooted Joker, also known as selling us a better, cheaper version? They will sell you a competitive version, competitively priced version. It's what they're good at. It's what they can do. It's what they can deliver. Well, everybody has now thrown in their deposit, right? If I was Howard Chan, if I built the holodeck simulation, right, and I'm playing the role of Howard Chan, I would teach all of you a lesson for doubting the confidence, the integrity of Hot Toys. I would teach, if I was Howard Chan, I would teach all of you a lesson. Oh, you want to pre-order this Joker? Okay. I'll wait till day 4 and I'll make my announcement. Think about that. Remember, there's a 3-day open window for the rooted hair version, the $1,000 version. You don't think he's watching in the shadows? You know, You want to betray my trust? You want to betray the trust of Hot Toys? You want to go with another company? You want to cheat on me? Well, didn't I treat you very good? I gave you all the toys you wanted. Gave you all the Spider-Mans and all the Mandalorians. And you betrayed my honor. Yo, Joey, wait till day 4 to announce the 3.0 Joker. Boom. If I was Howard Chan, that's how I would teach all of you a lesson. Thank you, Miles. Christopher Lloyd Klingon, of course. More shorts. Hello. Hello, Riley. Hello. There we go. Riley reviews. Thank you. Thank you. Hot Toys. Hot Toys did Sideshow dirty with that Grogu. Yes, Nate, he sure did. He sure did. Hot Toys would definitely have expectation. The announcement stuff would be very impressive. Sideshow's Grogu will sit forever. Yes! Sideshow's Grogu will sit forever to the point that they're trying to peddle it on you with discounts and free coupons and free shipping. Somebody has to pay the price. They'll put that Grogu right next to the Stan Lee haircut version that nobody wants to buy. My Grogu is still good, Yoda. I have no problems with it. Classic Loki teaser after so-so, thought nothing came of that. That's a good point. That was the parent with the little switch belt, making sure the kids behave while the parents are away. That's what that little classic Loki teaser. That's what that was. Yes, sir. You can be big for the shame, right? You got that right. Look, we are entering a brave new world. All right. There's a lot. Everybody wants your money. I've been saying it from the very beginning. I'll give Queen Studios plenty of points. They're doing it right? They're doing it licensed. They're again assuming they come close to the prototype photos. This is their first run. This is essentially a leap of faith. You got to believe. Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? You got to believe that they're going to deliver the product, but there's way too many good things. You're a collector spending top money. You want the good stuff. You want the good licensed stuff. You're building a collection. You're not building Odin's treasury.
Odin's treasures.
Fake. Most of the stuff in here is fake.
That's not what you're collecting. You're collecting for representation. You're collecting for emotional connection. You're collecting because you're proud of what you've achieved. Not take shortcuts. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Joker's got magnetic wrist connection by the looks of things. Can't wait for the unboxings. Good morning, everyone from New Hampshire. Look at you. East Coast, New Hampshire. Very nice. Thank you for joining CT603. Even at the baseline, Hot Toys has a Marvel, Star Wars. What we got here? Oh, even at the baseline, Hot Toys has Marvel, Star Wars. They don't even really utilize the DC license the way they use those two. So this is something that keeps popping up here. Everybody wants Hot Toys to make their one figure. They bitch and moan that Hot Toys isn't producing a DC. There's a crap load of DC stuff on Hot Toys, on Sideshow. It's just characters that you don't want, right? I listen to the streamers. I listen to everybody else in the community when they're having their panels and how they all make fun of Harley and Birds of Prey and how the knees and the joints don't look crap and everybody making fun of the Wonder Woman in 1984 and everybody's taking a big dump, essentially pulling their pants right down to their ankles and squatting over butt cheeks over Wonder Woman 84, how they missed the mark on the head sculpt. Fine, whatever. It's a tap out excuse. You don't like it. That's fine. But the point is that there is a crap load of DC stuff out there. It's just not the DC stuff that you want. We're approaching 84. God, I can't even keep count. We're close to 100 pre-orders between DC, Star Wars, Marvel, and the one-offs, Cyberpunk, and a few others, Keanu Reeves. There's a crap load of stuff. The company can't do everything. Which is where something like this would come in. where Queen Studios can come in and make. Everybody wants DX Joker. Fine, you can have it. You can get your DX Joker right here. There you go. Again, I do believe that they're going to make a phenomenal product. There's just a couple things of concern is that I don't think they're going to make the delivery dates on time. They're probably going to feel the same experience, the exact same delays like everybody else who's making collectible figures. Anybody that's purchased a Queen's Studio statue is already well aware that the company has been plagued with delays for the last 3 years. Now, that little point of information really wasn't talked about in the multiple streams I listened to in the last 7 days. And for good reason. Nobody in the panel owns a Queen Studio statue, or much less have actually seen one in person. That's why when I listen to everybody get excited and jump for joy over this, they don't know the logistics that the company's already suffering with delays. Now, devil's advocate, this is the devil's advocate edition. So is Hot Toys and so is other companies. And I'm no idiot. I do expect the 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗡𝗥 Ecto-1 Afterlife to be delayed. I've already factored that in. In fact, I factored it in to the point that, when I pre-ordered it at Spec Fiction Shop, link in the description below, that I decided just to do payments. Paid off because I don't want a $2,000 surprise. I just don't. I don't want a $2,000 surprise with the 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗥 Ecto-1. I know it's going to be delayed. Everything that 𝗚𝗚𝗏 has ever made, even before the 2020 situation, they would always run into delays. So I don't want a $2,000 surprise on the 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗥 Ecto-1. Let me just do payments. Let me just figure something out. Let me get this out of the way so there's no more surprises going into 2022. Genovi's crafty. I'm always crafty. I always have something up my sleeve. The Asthma's Aragon. Ew, I don't like that company. I'm still waiting for my apology on the Gandalf and his recessed zombie eyes. I don't know what happened there. The pawns go first. Yes, certain. The pawns will always go first.
In chess, the pawns go first.
Oh, goodness. Oh, look at this. James, what are you doing on break from work? Imagine if this Queen Joker spurs Hot Toys on to release a new line of figures, the superseded DX line, and include the rooted hair. Just imagine. That's the situation that I'm trying to present in this Devil's Advocate edition, Sir James, is that the DX Joker has been Hot Toys' one of their best crowning achievements. Let me repeat that. The Hot Toys Joker from The Dark Knight is one of their crowning achievements. And I suspect they're going to keep that title. They may have lost it. You know what? As of now, the time of this midnight run, Hot Toys DX Joker still has top billing, top crown, King of the Hill version. But Denobi, look at the prototype photos. I'll wait till the unboxing. Let's see what is being advertised on their first 1/6 scale announcement. See what it delivers. No? Let's see what it does. I feel that Hot Toys will make a DX Joker. Yeah. And it's going to disrupt the market. It's going to saturate the market. And even though we all want to believe that this is a grail, we'll most likely will become a grail. The question is how long it's going to take. How long would something like this become a grail if you have another DX Joker from another well-known competitive company that can make it? It's a big if, isn't it? Carly, don't know. Oh goodness. Hot Toys would just give us a 2-pack Joker, but not rooted here. But anything is possible. Well, from what my understanding is, most 1/6 scale collectors don't feel assertive with the $1,100 price tag on that rooted deluxe. In fact, majority of them are probably going to go for the standard edition. It's a safe assumption, right? It's the very first 1/6 scale figure, right? Use extreme caution. But again, if you're gonna pre-order this thing, use my affiliated link so that I can get my Iron Man bust. Because I know, going off their history, they can deliver a Mark 7 bust. They need to knock this out of the park. They need to knock this out of the park. And I found it felt like crazy town listening to some of these streams and how I would listen to other streamers just hand over their wallets like, oh, I love this thing. I'm like, well, you've never bought anything from Queen Studios. You've never, all you know is by reputation, by photos. I would, maybe I'll pull up that video. I'll pull up Andre's video, who he'll go into detail on the Queen Studios Mark 50 piece, their bust. Again, if you ask anybody who collects Queen Studio statues, they will all tell you that they're happy with their statues, but they are known for excessive delays, even before the pandemic. I want to say the word, but before 2020. Yeah. But again, that really wasn't shared with us because we all live and breathe in the 1/6 scale community. So that experience, that information was lacking from all the panels that I listened to, right? All we see are these beautiful photos, but that experience wasn't there. And again, the only person that I know that I reached out to was Paradox Nerd PJ from his channel, because he says he owns one statue piece, and I told him you should have had that, because it felt, listening to everybody's streams all week, everybody's talking about how wonderful Queen Studio is, but nobody's ever actually experienced a purchase. No one owns a statue, again, much less even actually seen one in person. I would recommend, it's too late. I mean, if you've already pre-ordered it, I would watch unboxing videos of Queen Studios collectors who've purchased it in the US, not the Asian market, because they'll get those first. Speak to the collectors who actually own a piece in the US and gather their opinions and the whole situation. Did anything arrive broken or so forth? The only reasons. Ooh, did anybody get this rooted 2-pack is the ultimate gamble? It is. It is a gamble. It sure is. Did anybody get the damn toys, Don Corleone? Not me. Nope. What do we have here? He does that they confirm with us today. Not exactly sure what. Do we answer a question there, Mafia? I did not have the topic. Hey, Dana, we have the topic. Have you seen the 1/6 scale Wild Gunman by Coors? No, I have not. But please send me the information to my Instagram, Dana2. Yeah, please do that. Oh, because I'm going to be plugging Spec Fiction Shop. There's a coupon code for $10 off on their shop. That if you type in my name, Denobi2, it'll knock $10 off your purchase order. Yeah. So Denobi2, you get $10 off. Use my name, and you'll you'll get the $10 off. So because I know there's been some price increases on the Jokers, so if you want them, help me get my statue, and then you can get your Joker piece, and I will live vicariously through your unboxings on the Joker, because I'm gonna be a little bit cautious. I'm gonna kind of wait for the Hot Toys Joker 3.0. Yes, but please send me that. I want to look at the Back to the Future. I would love to look at that. They just posted a video of how the Joker figure looks and when pegs with the eyes and wrists, if you want to pull it up on their YouTube. I don't want to see anything from them. I've seen the prototype photos, Riley's. Prototypes can change from now till final production. Any veteran 1/6 scale collector knows that. Even the Grandmaster Hot Toys, every now and then they scrape their knees. Even now and then, for the most part, I've always been happy with Hot Toys, but every now and then they fumble. The ball is dropped. But percentage-wise, Hot Toys still delivers a fantastic product. But if there's individuals out there who still want to use the Tony Stank as an excuse, then you haven't been in the game for quite a while. I got a Yoda, a Super Friend, Godfather, real nice piece, cool. What do we got here? 𝗜𝗡𝗥𝗧. Hey, Denobi2, I will personally get every single Lord of the Rings figure Queen Studios produce. I collect Asmas, but only because there's no better 1/6 scale option. My thoughts and prayers to you. I know you love your Lord of the Rings. Some people want to live in the Shire. Not me. I would rather live in the bridge of the Enterprise or something. Is it? Hold on here. Computer. Lights at 50%. Thank you. My eyes were straining there for a little bit there. Yeah, so I will personally get it. Yeah, so for me, the whole asthma situation, I fell to the hype with Gandalf, and I was slightly disappointed at what I paid for Gandalf, and the base didn't fit properly. The whole dead eyes situation where it looked like his eyes were reset, I didn't like it. I did not. I was like, damn it, I took a bullet on that one. It wasn't for me. Asthmas, I just feel they don't produce good stuff. It's licensed, but it's just not. It's not my cup of tea. I agree completely. What do we have here? I agree completely. Down on DC, they just says Queen has up and you take up their own space rather than an extra in Hot Toys. Yeah, they can learn from this other company, X06, where they're not bugging anybody else. They got their own little niche in the playground. They're making cool 1/6 scale Star Trek figures. It's not. They're not peeing in another playground or anything like that. So they're doing good. But the fact that Queen Studio wants to come out of the gate and poke the bear, to say, last person who poked the bear is still bitching about it, and that's over Jazz Inc. You heard him. I was gonna make the DeLorean. I was gonna make the DeLorean, and then Hot Toys came and took it from me. Yeah, whatever. Hot Toys, in my book, saved us from his manufacturing. Brought up delays directly to him. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you meant. Mafia. You can go. Imagine a $2,000 and $11,000 prize on. Look, this is their first prototype. This right here. This whole situation here. This is they got a lot to live up to. Everybody's telling me all sorts of wonderful things. Denobi, there's not going to be a crotch grabber Denobi. It's going to be magnetic Denobi. It's going to be this. It's a wood surface and cool. Okay. I'll believe it when I see it, when I see the first unboxings. And it has to be from like a genuine unboxer. It can't be from it can't be from like an imposter unboxer. It can't be like someone from like Justin's collection. Like if he unbox it, he's gonna think it's like the cat's meow, so he can get a kickback on it or something. No, I would like to watch an unboxing from a true 1/6 scale collector that's on a budget, right? You know, that appreciates the Joker and is going to throw a hissy fit when the paint application is off. So there's a few unboxers out there that fit the bill. I won't be buying this. I won't be unboxing it. But there's a few unboxers out there that can deliver a genuine opinion that won't be so much, you know, in it for their pockets. Again, I'm disclosing. I got an affiliated link to Spec Fiction Shop. If you guys are going to buy this, I would want you to support Todd. I would want you to support me so that I can earn my points, so that I can get my Iron Man Mark 7 bust, because I have pure confidence that that's going to be a beautiful seller piece. I'm just not so sure about this one right here, because I just feel that Hot Toys is going to come around the corner and flex and piss everybody off and just disrupt the market and just essentially affect the value of this thing. What do we got here, Nicole? Maybe a site error, but the Bat-Pod re-release is seemingly in stock with Sideshow now. And when Bat-Pod re-release, seemingly... Oh, I don't know about that. Yes, the Bat-Pod is in stock. Okay, there you go. I would love Queen Studios to make Harry Potter line. Oh, boy. Not for me, not for me. Didn't realize... what do we have here? What do we... Hey, Danobi, what's up? Didn't realize it was out yet. News has been a week or so. What do we have here? Hello, from Queens, New York. Thank you for joining the Midnight Run. Thank you for joining. There you go. What do we have here? Here we go. Justin's collection reviewed Queen Studio Wonder Woman bust. Yeah, I won't be watching that. Inart dropped a video showing off their Joker about 40 minutes ago. If you want to go check it out. No, I don't need to see a video. I'm going to go off the photos. All right. And then I'm going to watch in the shadows. And I'll watch when the first unboxings come out. Right. Again, this is an $1,100 two-piece deluxe set. The mid-range is $600-700, and then the lower one is just right under $400 with most retailers once you add shipping. So, look, I chase grails. I am a grail chaser. I love my grails. I'm so good at chasing grails. I just am. And we've just been presented with so many grails this year. So much stuff to collect. So much stuff to chase. I don't see this being a grail even on its release. In fact, I'm shooting myself in my foot here because I want you guys to use my link. I think it's going to sit. I do. I think it's going to sit. I think once it gets released, you'll be able to buy it anywhere. KG Hobby is taking pre-orders on it. TNS Toys, TNS Figures is taking pre-orders on it. Spec Fiction Shop is taking pre-orders. Big Bad Toy Store is probably they may take pre-orders on it. There's quite a few retailers that are taking pre-orders on this. And majority of them are taking deposits. A fraction portion commitment to a grander experience. For the $1,000 for the deluxe version, all you got to do is put $100. But if there's one thing I'm certain, is that life throws us curveballs. Life changes. And even though a collector would, and I would believe a collector now that says, you know, I can't wait to get this in a year, something may happen where their car engine breaks down, work, labor, family emergency, and the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to reevaluate your finances. And when you reevaluate your finances, things get canceled. Not on purpose. That wasn't the intention. But it happens. And 2022 is such an uncertain year that it's going to happen. It's going to be a small percentage, but it's going to happen. Look, most collectors are excited to get this. They're going to get whatever version that they want. That's the other variable too. There's 3 SKUs. In retail, when you're selling something, it's always better to have less SKUs of one particular item. It is how it is. It's one of the things I've always hated about Hot Toys is that when they would do a regular version and a deluxe version, and when they do that, they just end up saturating. They end up saturating their own market and throttling their production because now they're making 2 separate mold-ins for the exact same figure. But the difference is that one deluxe has an additional base or diorama or something. It's more labor. It's another SKU, and I've done this before, not recently, but when you order deluxe and then life hits you with something, you can cancel it, or then you can move it to the lower tier version. I would probably suspect that most collectors now, after seeing the Book of Boba Fett, that they've probably downsized their 2-pack Boba Fett's down to the single version after seeing how much they enjoyed the show, right? They're like, that $500 doesn't seem so great anymore. There's still people out there still making fun of the show. There's still folks out there in social media land, on Facebook, on YouTube, making fun of the show with memes. It's the Book of Boba Fett is still a running joke. What do we have here? I saw the Bat Pod in stock since past today. I don't care about the Bat Pod. I didn't get it the first time. I don't care for it now. Waiting for the DX24. Yeah. That's a bold claim. How do you justify a claim like that, James? Queen Studios boasted that they've revolutionized the 1/6 scale collect, and I'm yet to see that. They have to prove it. This is it right here. They got to prove it, right? They have to prove that they're going to deliver the product. Standard edition, premium edition, deluxe edition, all this good, like, that's awesome. That is just cool. Assuming that they deliver everything that they're promising, right? Asthma, no more asthma. Please, Gilberto, no more asthma. I can't bear it. My heart can't bear it. No more from them. Please. Joker is the only one where Queen are poking Hot Toys from the preview picture. I have a dozen Queen Studio pieces and another dozen on pre-order. I just pre-ordered the rooted set, but the price isn't for everyone. Jonathan Wong, are you in the United States or are you overseas? Please check in. I'd like to know, as a collector, where you're at. What are you doing? Do you live in the U.S.? Do you live overseas? Computer, disengage lights.
Please restate your command.
Disengage lights.
Lights disengaged.
Computer, run diagnostics.
Running diagnostic.
Something's wrong.
Lights disengaged. Auxiliary lighting disengaged. Warning. Lighting is below safe levels. Positronic matrix running at 100%.
I know the lighting levels are low. It hurts my eyes. That's why I have you operating. Too bad we don't have the Clipper King anymore. Yeah, he was bold and daring, wasn't he? I do remember him. Let me see here. Yost was on Jeddah Patrol. He was saying how much detail and research they've done on their Batmobiles. I wonder how the quality truly is after I saw your Justice Mobile. Boy, if there's ever been a leap of faith, I took one for the team there, and I'm still paying the price. I haven't liked any of the Hot Toys previews, Joker releases, so fingers crossed Queens deliver. I haven't liked any of the Hot Toys previous Joker releases. You didn't even like the DX version, Jonathan? Their Supreme version. Would you buy a rooted hair Mark and Dottie of Queen made one? That would be cool. A 2-pack. Great Scott. That Doc hair would be a mess, though. Riley, you know, you're hitting under the belt there, right? Would I be singing a different tune? For shame on that. You know, for playing devil's advocate, for providing a very good counter to me, you'll get 10 points. Yeah, you threw it back at me. You're absolutely right. I would probably be singing a different song right now. Yeah. But they're not, though. Hot Toys is making the Back to the Future Part 3, Doc and Marty, and we're getting the Hopper converted DeLorean. So in 1/6 scale land, all is good for Back to the Future. For now, anyway. If you were going to start a 1/6 scale, 1/6 license company, what figure line would you want to start off with? That is a tough one. That is a tough one. I would do. I would go out with a bang. I would focus on the 80s robots. That's my passion. I've always fantasized about that. I would focus on robots and droids from the 80s. My company would launch off with that, and I would focus on Johnny Five, the obscured robots from Disney's The Black Hole, Vincent, Maximilian. I would do those, and there was a few other. Buck Rogers, the TV show. I can't think of the robot's name. Twiggy, Beady. What's his name? I would make him in 1/6 scale. I would focus on that 80s robots, and then maybe even dabble in the 70s with the Cylons with Battlestar Galactica. That's what I would do. It's a good question. I like that. That's actually pretty damn good. Yeah, you'll get 10 points for that one. That's a good one. You made me think on that one. That was a good one. I like that one. Erin, I'm in Cali. A good earthquake and the Joker will be dangling by the legs, only being held by the magnets. You know, that did cross my mind because it's supposed to be a magnetic base and without a crotch grabber. So how sturdy is that going to be? That's something that gets discovered in a true unboxing. Hot Toys finds a way. Yes, that's right. Then there's ooh, and there's ah, and then there's yelling and screaming. Yes. The rooted version is only open for 3 days. So while the sculpt may sit, I'm not sure about the rooted, but I guess it depends on cancellations. Now, Jonathan, you're thinking fourth dimensionally. A veteran collector, that's how they think. Anticipating the future. IPs, the Batman, what's coming out, setting your expectations for the future, not for the now, but for the later. What's going to come out? It'll be made available. What do we have here? I've been unemployed a couple months. My pre-orders have slowed considerably, as you should, Yoda. Exercise caution when an individual is currently unemployed. So have the brakes pressed. Don't paint yourself into a corner and get yourself into trouble. I've been laid off before in the past. It's not pretty. My pre-orders have slowed considerably, but hopefully I get a call this more for a well-paying job. Then you know what? I am rooting for you, dude. I am so rooting for you. Nate, what's going on here? The Rooted Hair 2-pack being limited to a 3-day window pre-order will most likely be the Grail if Queen Studios delivers on the final product. It will be. I don't doubt that it's not going to be a Grail, but understand a Grail, all right? If this figure gets resold on the secondary market, right? It's probably going to go for what? $1,500 for a 2-pack Rooted Joker. How many collectors out there are going to pay for a Chase Deluxe version of this? Now, remember, if you are dropping $1,100 on this and life hits you with a curveball in about a year, because again, I don't believe this is going to be released this year. This is going to probably be more than a year. Life hits you with a curveball, and now you have to sell this 2-pack deluxe. The baby needs milk. The car broke down. Something. You just spent $1,100 on 2 Dark Knight Jokers, and the boss, the wife, the husband, whatever, partner, they're bitching at you. They're like, look, I just got laid off and we need to sell some of your toys. And mind you, I've done this before. And over the 10 years, I've collected. I myself have been put on a couple occasions in a financial crunch where I have been forced to sell some of my grails. And it hurts. But she'll ask me to sell it, and I never argue. Never, ever argue. I go, okay, how much do we need? And I can sell this, and we'll get it for whatever, for the funeral or whatnot. Now, I will confess, though, I have sold grail pieces of mine for family emergencies, and then 3 or 4 or 5 years later, I have gone back, and they've mysteriously shown up back in my collection. So my family always comes first as a collector. And you've just dropped $1,100 on this thing. Life hits you hard. You've lost your job. For you to sell this on eBay, for you to at least break even, if you have an eBay store, you get charged 11%. If you don't have an eBay store, you're going to get charged anywhere between 13 and 14%. So that means that you'd have to sell this, and if you're offering shipping, you'd have to sell this for to at least even break even. You're gonna have to sell this for at least what, $1,300, $1,400, just to break even, to get the money that you spent on it, right? Assuming that all you have to do is sell it for minimum, but you tell yourself, well, it's gonna be a grail, right? It's gonna be a grail, okay? Could this 2-pack hit $2,000? You've just dropped $1,100. For it to even become near grail status, it's going to have to be close to $2,000. How many collectors out there are willing to spend $2,000 on the Dark Knight Joker? I'm going to tell you something. That DX version that came out 10 years ago, that's now trending between $600 and $800, is starting to look good. That's what happens. That's what happens. And heaven forbid a pirateer, if Captain Blackbeard gets a hold of this mold, Captain Blackbeard from Poo Toys gets a hold of this and decides to make duplicates and duplicates and duplicates. Oh, Poo Toys now has a deluxe Joker. that knockoff starts to look good. Will Queen Studios make once they say, there will no puns on this midnight run, Nikolai. You have magnetic wrist pegs. Makes me wonder how they will handle holding these die-cast weapons that will have some weight to them. I guess we'll find out. I guess we shall find out in a true unboxing. Australia. There you are, Jonathan. Well, there you go. Disengage lights. What the fuck am I watching at 1 a.m.? It's the computer. It's the interactive computer. Disengage. I can't believe how many people are jumping on toys now. This is Queen Studios. Oh, it comes and goes. It comes and goes. That's how it works. That is how it works. Yeah. Oh, let me put this up here. Let's do something here. Let's go to, let me see where it's at, see if I can find it. Let's go to Spec Fiction Shop, since I am technically plugging them, and I do want to earn my points, so that I can, where are you, Spec Fiction? I think it's this one. Yeah. Let's go over here. So, Spec Fiction Shop, based out of, I want to say Los Angeles, California, known for their statue pieces. All 3 versions are up there. Link is in the description if you're going to pre-order it. They have 3 versions here. And they have the Sculpted Hair Premium, the Standard, and then the Rooted Hair Deluxe. So the Standard version, you can, $349. $349. Full payment. If he gives you an option, if you want to make a deposit does increase the price, though. There's a little bit added risk. He has to protect himself in case you decide to flake out. So $370 for the deposit version, but if you want to save some money and you're willing to take a leap of faith on Queen Studios, you can do full payment on that. The second tier level, the Joker Sculpted Hair Premium Inart, $609. If you want to save some money, you cough it up, $609. If you do a deposit, of course, it's going to be a little bit of an added risk, $650. Boom, right there. If you didn't catch my stream before, I did pre-order my Ghostbusters Afterlife Ecto-1 through Spec Fiction Shop, because he's offered me free shipping on the Ecto-1, and he's not charging me tax. Oh, that's wonderful. No tax. Oh, how awesome is that? Oh, no tax and free shipping. Oh, that's phenomenal. I'm making payments on my Ecto-1. Boom. This is the regular version here. Let's go back over here. The Deluxe, the Leap of Faith, holier than whole, entering the Celestial Temple. Full payment. If you believe in Queen Studio, if you believe in them so much, Sir Todd is giving you the best deal here. $1,000. He'll take care of you. But if there's a little bit of uncertainty, deposit version, $50. Right there, increases the price by $50, but the deposit is $190. So, $190. And I want to say everybody, every other retailer that I've already verified is collecting large deposits on this. So, you have 3 days to think about it. You know, mention my name. You get $10 off. That's the best I can do, right? So that I can make my payments on my Ecto-1, and so that I can get my, what is it that I'm drooling? Here, I'll show it to you. I'll show you my baby. Here you go. This is what I'm going to get right here. Where are you, Mark 7? Where's my Mark 7? It's coming home. I don't know how, because I'm already making payments on the Ecto-1, and I am already purchasing something through Regal Robot. Damn you, Regal Robot. Mark 7 bust. Oh, did I not do that right? Here we go. I think it was Mark 7. There you go. Where's my bust? Oh, you know what? Shop by Studios. Make it easy. Go to Queen Studios page. Pull up all their good stuff here. That's how I found it. All right, so it is the, I want the bust. Where's my bust? That's the best thing they got going on here that I want. I can't stare at it too long though, because it gets me in trouble. Yeah. I want this so much. Yeah, I do. I really do. So I definitely will beg and grovel and ask you kind folks out there, help me get this, because I'm stretched out for the year. I'm looking at my spreadsheet. I can't get this yet. I've already committed to the DeLorean. I've already committed to the Ecto-1 Afterlife. I'm making payments on that. I got Regal Robot in the background too. So I had to put the brakes personally for me. I'm like, Denobi, I know you want this, but you can't have it. You cannot pre-order it yet. You cannot commit to this yet, because I've seen my pre-order list and I know my limits. I anticipate for any future contingencies, meaning what if the world changes next year? In 2020, my wife was laid off for about a year, right? So money became a little bit tighter that year. So I have to factor in all of those contingencies. And as much as I just want to click pre-order on this, I can't just yet. So you have to buy within your means. That's just how it works. I do not like to pre-order something, and I do not like to cancel it. That's just not me. If I go in, I'll either, even if I'll end up buying it and I'll figure out I'll end up selling it or something. But for the most part, I've just always been really weird about that. I know I have canceled a couple of my Hot Toy pre-orders, but that's been through Ultra Ego, but they haven't collected any NRDs. So, and I've just been kind of protecting myself with some of the endgame lines, like Loki hasn't been released yet. I did cancel my Iron Man Mark 85 Battle Damage through Sideshow, because I kind of suspect I'm going to be able to pick that up at a better deal 6 months down the road. If I suspect I can get a better deal down the road, I'll cancel it. I'm not going to stick around and just commit to it. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I tend to have my shields up when it comes to influencers and things like that. So it works a little bit different for me. It just does. But this is Spec Fiction Collectibles. They have your jokers there. And mention my name, Denobi2. Get $10 off. Link is in the description. And there are, I would always encourage everybody to do their own independent research. It's very easy to fall into the hype. It's very easy to get influenced. It just is, right? Hopefully, I did my job right tonight, where I provided an alternative opinion, even though I felt like I may have shot myself in the foot, because I am plugging the Spec Fiction Collectibles shop, but I just want you folks out there to be safe, right? Just be careful. Don't get yourselves into trouble when it comes to something like this. Johnny 5 would be great. Yeah, absolutely. I got the Battle Damage Mark a couple of weeks ago. It's an amazing piece. Yes, I don't need convincing that the Mark 85 Battle Damage is going to be a phenomenal piece. I'm looking for the best deal right now. I'm juggling multiple pre-orders, so I need to do what is right and also keep an open cushion for future pre-orders, right? Star Wars Celebration is coming up May 26th. I'll be attending Star Wars Celebration. I also know that Regal Robot is going to be there. Regal Robot tends to show up to celebrations? What if I see something that I want? What if San Diego Comic-Con, Hot Toys comes out flexing with some wonderful, fantastic pieces? San Diego Comic-Con is official this year, by the way, if you're not aware of. Sideshow's going to be there. And if Sideshow's going to be there, Hot Toys is going to be there. I have to anticipate for all of that. Magnetic, what do we have here? John from Queen Studios did mention something about the magnetic joints for the figures on the Will Fox stream yesterday. I'm not talking about the magnetic feeder base. Has anyone experienced that? Magnetic joints on the... Okay, so that was mentioned, was Fakiri. So magnetic wrist, it sounds new, doesn't it, right? It sounds something cool. But what if I told you Hot Toys did that? I need to have that meme. That meme where South Park did it first. Do you know that meme I'm talking about? So the arms, let me get back to the photos. I'll show you right here. Okay, so stop screen, share, get back to the photos. Where are my photos? Queen Studio Joker. Okay, found it. All right, let's get over here. So right here. Okay. So this was talked about. I don't know if it was on Will's stream or Paradox stream. It was talked about the magnetic and would it attach and those cats on that. I think it was Will's stream. They all seemed like it was something new, fancy, and doohickey fangled. But when I listened to it, I was like, Hot Toys did that already. In fact, they not only did it already, they did it almost 10 years ago. They did it for the Iron Man Mark III, Tony Stark, where the arms would fly and he put the suit on, the Mark 42 suit. The Tony Stark lab, those arms are magnetic. The gauntlet is magnetic, and the arm pegs are magnetic. It's the only time that has served a purpose and a benefit to use that type of feature where you needed to swap out the gauntlet between Tony. And it's the, it's the scene where he's trying to fight through the castle prison, stuff like that. So I remember I heard that, and everybody on the stream, I don't remember what it was. Everybody in the stream was just like, "Oh my God, that's just the best thing ever. I've never heard anything like that." And I'm just kind of like, and I'm there, I'm here to work, and I'm just like, what? Hot Toys did that years ago. You guys are acting like it's it's new technology. It's cool that they're using it for this. Don't get me wrong, but if you knew your history, you would look at it differently, maybe. But again, that's just me, though. I'm looking at. I listened and I watched these streams with my veteran eyes, because I tend to remember certain things and certain innovations that Hot Toys did that they either A, still do, or they don't do anymore. What do we have? Yeah. I am legend because you're Amanda, a real father always provides you most appreciate. Oh, you're referring to the family comes first. Yes. James, of course. Nothing. Everybody loves the original. I still love my DX. Shavir, it was beautiful. Oh, yeah. I don't doubt it one bit. I would still rather 1/6 DeLorean over the Joker. Well, it's different. We'll play a devil's advocate. DeLorean, I mean, I'm always going to choose a DeLorean. Come on now. We're always going to, I will plug in. Look, if it means me, look, it's the Mark VII bust is a work of art, James. Like, that's an awesome piece. I want that. I want to be licensed. Let me tell you something. If I got that Mark VII bust, that son of a gun is going to be behind me somewhere. That way, when I'm talking about Queen Studios, you guys know I'm licensed to talk about Queen Studios. It'll be somewhere in the background and all its glory and shine. It's be phenomenal. What do we have, y'all? Riley, where do you see a brand new DX the price of trend at? Really wonder what happens to it within the next few years, saturating markets. Yes, it's going to end up saturated. It might take a while, but it's going to happen. If Queen offered you a chance for live chat and you ask those tough questions, no one else will, maybe even send you a figure to unbox and review, would you be open to that? I would not. I would not be opposed to that. I tend to be a little bit more upfront. My impression listening to some of these panels is it was like this again, he's a nice gentleman. No, he's a PR rep for the company. I would hire him. The guy spoke like again, my opinion, he told us what we wanted to hear. That's why I used a reference as a politician. He sounded like a politician. He always had an answer for everything. He always told you what you wanted to hear. So I would just be more upfront and direct with some of the questions, and not. It kind of felt where it was like he was like a rock star, kind of like Elvis, and he was signing autographs with the girls or like the groupies around him, swooning over him, where a lot of passes were given to him because he was a guest, right? Again, that's just me. I tend to look at things a little bit differently. Matthew Apollo, the Queen representative is not dumb. He knows what he's doing when he says that they're looking to make. Nobody called him dumb, Matthew. I would hope nobody in the chat or even me, but I never called him dumb. In fact, I think he's very smart. I think he's very intelligent at what he does. You must give it to Queen Studios for really going all out on this one. The diorama base is real metal and wood. Yes, in the prototype photos. How many times has something changed from prototype to final production? I'm trusting that it's not going to change. But again, this is their first product. We don't know. I would want to believe. I mean, they mentioned like the pistol right here. It looks like it's die cast and so forth. All we can do is take the word at it right now. If he says that it's going to be die cast, well, okay, cool. We have to take the word at it right now. We can't. Nobody has any right to call him a liar. We just don't. We don't have that privilege yet, right? If this is what they say they're going to do, and then it's up to us as collectors, if we want to move forward, essentially take a leap of faith, right, on an $1,100 purchase, or watch from the sidelines. For shame. HMI. Oh, you got that. Of course. It's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it one day. I'm just going to like do an unboxing on an Iron Man suit, and it'll be an ASMR edition. Absolutely. Absolutely. Miles Rouse. The M to next level. Absolutely. Honestly, I'm surprised by the numbers of collectors said in the forums that they pre-order the rated set. Jonathan, I am too. Let's see how many of them step up to the plate and bat. Let's go with that. There is a lot of individuals out there who said that they're going to support the deluxe edition. Cool. Great. You love the Joker, Heath Ledger. That's awesome. Good for you. But again, majority of the retailers are only collecting deposits. $100, $190. When that last invoice comes in, asking for the rest of the money, shit happens. I thought the price would have been more limited for those in the general figure community. I went full payment on Spec Fiction. I think they have a 3-day grace period just in case I change my mind. Okay. Well, I went full payment. Okay. Yeah. If you decide to like back out, Gilberto, you didn't use my affiliated link, did you? I'm trying to earn some points here so I can get my Mark 7 statue. You guys can have your Joker. I just want the statue. Awesome. Awesome. Grace period is only on full payment. Okay. Pre-orders, yes. Waiting for your cool, as you should. Same with me. Decided to get CW. Oh, Bo-Katan. Oh, that's right. That's right. How quickly how quickly we in the community are distracted with something shiny, silvery, and dangling in front of us, not realizing that we still have a lot of pre-orders in the shadows that haven't been delivered or shipped. Boy. That's something, Jim. Cool. If you see me, say hello, Riley. I'll be there. I'll be there. The Simpsons did it. There you go. The Simpsons did it. Exactly. There you go. I knew somebody would get that. Simpsons did it. The Simpsons did it. Were you the first one, Yoda? Simpsons did it. You got the there you go. All right. So you get the 10 points. The Simpsons did it. There you go. Everything is magnetic, head and arms. I know for me it's a financial issue. I'd rather have the Joker, but prefer the male with the claw legs. With the claw legs. Huh? Tooth and Guthrie, but Hot Toys doesn't do it now. It's actually an example of Hot Toys regressing because they're swamped with 80+ pre-orders. Is that what I understand? You're not cutting Hot Toys a little bit of slack because they're sitting on so many damn pre-orders because everybody wants everything from here from Star Wars made, and they're still. I have the Mark 7 on pre-order. It's a great looking piece, and I've never particularly liked that suit relative to others. If you don't like the Mark 7 bust, Jonathan, we can't be friends, right? The Mark 7 is the suit that took on the Chitauri, the Battle of New York. It's an historical piece. It's documented in the Jedi archives. Mark 7 bust is an amazing piece. Yes, it is. I hope Hayden and show up at the Star Wars Celebration day after the Kenobi. You know, Hayden's going to be there, but they're going to charge you like, was it ridiculous buku money for an autograph and some photos? So, F them. I like to stream what's going on. I think this will be the most bang for your buck war for the companies who will get the most pre-orders. Yeah, it's going to be competitive, isn't it? I've had a lot of 1/6 firearms. Wooden metal ones be kind of heavy. Metal isn't really necessary for figures, in my opinion. Yeah, see, that's different. It does become a challenge, specifically if the center of gravity is off in the figure, and especially if you're telling me that the figure is expected to stand on its own with magnetic feet. So there may be some challenges. Yeah, that's something that just unfortunately all we can do is speculate, but we're not going to know until we get the final product delivered to us. See how many cancel their deluxe pre-orders when they've vouchers on their pre-order. Yes. I did run that in my simulations. Yes. Yeah. I did. That is a possibility. Yeah. That is one of my variables right there. How many people tend to forget their commitments when Hot Toys comes out of the woodwork with their 3.0 at a fraction of the cost because they can do it in volume. The metal type weapon supposedly isn't that much of an innovation in the military figures that have this for a while. True, but it's different in the 1/6 scale community because we're not used to that, Jonathan. It's always been, majority of us have either purchased Blitzway, Hot Toys, or Poo Poo Toys, one of those 1/6 scale companies, and where it's always been just a plastic figure, a well-designed plastic figure with sculpted hands, and even the Clone Wars and Star Wars and so forth. have to confess, I don't have any experience in posing a 1/6 scale figure holding a metal weapon. I don't know what type of balancing act that would require. So I don't have any experience on that. Yes, you do. Computer.
Please restate your command.
I didn't say anything. Just calm down.
Invalid command.
Oh, Jesus. Computer. Lights at 25%.
Lights at 25%.
All right. Star Wars Kenobi will be the TV letdown of the year. Star Wars will tank after Book of Boba, then this Disney Star Wars. Such a bust. Look, the Star Wars runs that we had, the bad food poisoning that we suffered from the Book of Boba Fett, we're just now starting to heal from it, right? We had some bad shellfish. Most of us broke out into hives. Most of us are still in intensive care from the atrocities of Book of Boba Fett. I think most of us in the community have already admitted to ourselves that Robert Rodriguez should be let nowhere near any Star Wars IP from this time moving forward. In fact, I think he should just go back to making Shark Boy and Lava Girl, making some more Spy Kid films. But I would probably take his studio badge, and I wouldn't even let him onto studio property at this point. If he wants to talk to any of the bigwigs like Kathleen Kennedy, he can Skype them. But if it was up to me, I would not let him onto any type of set at all. No, no. I didn't say anyone called him dumb. Just found it funny how casually he sounded mentioning they were making the DeLorean. No comment on the whole DeLorean situation. I need to see photos from Queen Studio. I'll go a little bit deeper into that. I'll probably do a midnight run. If Queen Studios does commit to a DeLorean, I'll commit a midnight run to that. I'm chasing grails, Ecto 1 DeLoreans. Can I get 5 points? That shouldn't, you Clone Collector, you shouldn't get points for addressing the Ecto 1 being a grail. That's something that should come natural. So that's like a baby learning to walk. You should know that the Ecto 1 afterlife is going to be a grail. I started collecting 1/6 scale military figures. The only metal in them would be the magazines if all. I need to see the show. I'd really like it. Hot Toys Moon Knight. I got to see the show first. I got to be sold on it. Oscar Isaac. He's had a couple mishaps, right? He's slipped a couple times, you know. What really wasn't that great as Poe Dameron. He wasn't that great in Apocalypse. So he keeps falling off the bike. All right, we're gonna need some training wheels for Oscar Isaac, and maybe Moon Knight will be his redemption arc. Otherwise, finally, people were telling me I was a negative Nancy for saying I thought the Book of Boba Fett was just right. Nah, don't feel bad, bro. It was a train wreck. People just don't want to admit it. Wait a minute. We're not going to be deducting points here. What's going on, Riley? Calm down. Calm down. There you go. Maybe Queen Studios will have the wheels deployed properly into the DeLorean. My God, that is some some serious confidence in a company that has not delivered any 1/6 scale any 1/6 scale product to the masses. That is what we would call, Yoda. That's blind faith. I saw a lot of that this week. I'm not going to mention any names, but there were a lot of collectors on streams, and they did exhibit some serious blind faith. Yeah. Oscar Isaac was great in Dune. You know what? You're right. He was awesome in Dune. I love Dune. Dune is cool. Yeah. All right, Yoda, you're going to have to get 10 points because you know what? I really did love Oscar Isaac in Dune. 10 points on that one. You're right. Yeah. He rocked in Dune. I love Dune. Dune is cool. Can we talk about the Prime 1 Batman? No. Prime 1, no. Shoe fly. There you go. Maybe. Yeah. Did you like Batman? I loved it. I loved the Batman. Loved it. Awesome. I knew 15 minutes when Robert Pattinson walked out with that swagger out of the shadows. I'm like, oh, I'm sold. It was an easy win. In fact, I pre-ordered a Prime 1 statue. Not the Blitzway Prime 1. There's one version that I pre-ordered. That's another thing too. It's one of my other heavy hitters in my pre-orders. I did pre-order that. Yeah. All right. So I think we're good. I think I gotta go to bed. I've done my time in the midnight run here. I've shared my thoughts. Hopefully I did my job playing devil's advocate, providing all the incentives. At the same time, panhandling, begging you wonderful folks out there to use my link so that I can earn some points, so that I can get my Queen's Studio Mark 7 bust, so I can put it right next to the Rancor. I think I'm done. I think this is it. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It's time to shut down. Yeah. Computer, disengage lights.
Lights disengaged.
And collect carefully out there, folks. Yeah.
There. That distortion, see it?
Yes, sir. It's getting larger as we close in.
Firing range, sir.
𝗝𝗡𝗥𝗧. 𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Shoot. Ah.
Opinion, Mr. Silva.
I think it's an energy surge.
Enough energy to hide a ship, would you say?
A cloaking device.
Red alert, Mr. Scott.
𝗝𝗡𝗫𝗥𝗧. 𝗙𝗜𝗚𝗨𝗥𝗑.
Think on bird appraiser. She's arming torpedoes.
Fire, Mr. Scott.